We're back on another grand adventure, Naruto Episode 2. To quickly recap last episode, Naruto has saved the Hidden Leaf and has passed his test to become a ninja. We start this episode off with Naruto taking one of the most based of all time identification photos. It doesn't end just there. Once the Hokage sees this photo, he's like tweaking out, saying, Naruto, you gotta retake this. You already know that Naruto wasn't gonna take no for an answer, so he ends up doing the sexy jutsu to the Hokage. While that goes on, it seems that a child is spying in. All of a sudden, we see him pull out a shuriken, he runs in, he comes to attack the Hokage, and falls over like a doofus. Following that soon after, we get to see his stupid assistant, who refers to him as the grandson, aka the grandson of the Hokage. It's gotta be pretty bad when Naruto is asking, who's this runt? Once the assistant's taken a closer look inside the room, he sees Naruto and he associates him with the troublemaker, basically saying, I'm never gonna let the grandson near him. Okay, this kid has to be so cooked for thinking Naruto's the reason he tripped. Quickly, this causes an argument where Naruto blames the kid for tripping over, picks him up by his shirt, and then the teacher's assistant comes in, running to his safety. He's like, hey, stop, he's the Kage's grandson. Naruto sits there and thinks for a minute, and the kid is just like, oh, I'm safe, he's just like everyone else, he's gonna treat me so special. All of a sudden, Naruto just whacks him right in the head. Congratulations, you have unlocked a new character. After warning and scolding the grandson on never to associate with Naruto, we get to learn that his name is Epsu. He is the teacher that is here to teach the Hokage's grandson to become the fifth Hokage. He's also used as some pretty good season 1 comedy. Epsu ends up losing himself in this big rant where he's telling the Hokage's grandson all these great things he's going to teach him in order to become the next Hokage. Once he comes back to reality, he notices that Kage's grandson has went missing. Funny enough, we get to see that the grandson ran off to go chase after Naruto. When he does, he starts sneaking up on him, and he uses this really stupid and bad rock disguise where you can see his feet. Easily, Naruto's able to notice this, and he tries telling the kid, hey, quit following me. And this kid really had the audacity to tell Naruto that he saw through his disguise, which was so terrible. Blood's grandpa is literally the Kage, but he tries to make Naruto into his master. So it seems that the whole point of this whole occurrence was that he wanted Naruto to become his master and teach him the sexy jutsu. What can I say? Bro recognizes game. So it seems the true reason why he wanted to learn the sexy jutsu is because it was able to beat the Kage. Naruto tells the kid, you gotta be kidding me, when all of a sudden, for the first time, he refers to him as boss. Dude, this is really all it took to win over Naruto. Okay, time to get out the pen and paper. It's day 1 of Naruto's first lesson. We gotta learn how to control our chakra. There is no way that bro got chakra confused with a street cat. You'll never guess. The kid is like, it's actually chakra. Naruto is literally gaslighting this kid to become an even bigger idiot than before. So the full reality is this kid is smarter than Naruto thought. He ends up giving a full in-depth on what chakra is. Haha, you guys thought he fooled ya. He was reading this whole time from a scroll, and Naruto's like, dude, I thought you knew all this, but you're cheating. Okay, let's throw everything out the window. Naruto says it only boils down to one thing: hard work and guts. It's finally time for Naruto's first task for this kid, which is to transform. So pay attention here. He's supposed to look just like this lady that they saw off in the distance. Oh my god! He literally leaves Naruto flabbergasted. Something crazy happens where Naruto's trying to somewhat compare this copy to the lady. The lady hears it and she ends up hitting Naruto on the head. And when this lady talks to the Kage's grandson, she treats him so nice and says, hey, next time you turn into me, make sure you look cuter. Now it's time for the next step, time to research sexiness. Of course, they're gonna sneak in a store where supposedly the clerk is fallen asleep. Okay, you gotta hear me out. I don't know why they didn't go for the right one. Dog, they really out here gooning to a Victoria's Secret ad. Well, 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 you ain't gooning in my store. Finally, it's time for the final test. Bro has literally learned nothing. Guys, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, but they both went into the women's bathhouse And of course, they scream, that was such a terrible, terrible transformation yet again. I feel a little bad, but the only one to get beat is Naruto. Finally, this kid is able to redeem himself. He tells Naruto that he's sorry for having to take all the blame and heat because he knows that he's Akagi's grandson and he gets treated with special treatment. Finally, we get to see a good side of Naruto. He tells him not to worry about it, and now he's able to perform the sexy jutsu. Naruto tells him to keep practicing, and whenever he transforms, well, you already know, this is something else. Off in the very distance is Epsu still looking for the grandson. Your job is not that deep, bro. Calm down. After the two had such a long training session, Naruto takes the time to sit down and ask more about this kid, finally revealing the name Konohamaru, a very important character who I will say is very underrated. He is a spoiled brat, and we'll get a little more into him as time goes on. You'll love it. Something really important here is that Konohamaru was actually named after the village by his grandpa, the Hokage. The whole thing is he has this complex where he wants to be treated equally. Everyone doesn't call him by his name, but rather as the grandson. Whoa, even deeper than that, he actually wants to become the Hokage all because of that. Oh dang, Naruto backfires with you won't earn that title easily. And this doesn't deserve to be so hard, but if you want to become the Hokage, you gotta beat me first as some background music plays. What a jam. Cutting in, we get to see Iruka sensei meeting up with the Hokage. Basically, he's here to check in on Naruto. This is when he also tells the Hokage about how Naruto was talking the other night at the ramen stand about how he wanted everyone to accept him. Sadly, this is where the Hokage tells us it might be harder than it seems. The Kage ends up retelling the whole entire backstory. Of course, the Nine Tails appeared 12 years ago. All those people see Naruto as the monster. They made the whole rule to never talk about it, so all the kids that Naruto's around, they don't know about it. Now, the true reality is whenever the fourth Hokage sealed away this monster, he put it within Naruto to make him some sort of hero. After all this time, Epsu was able to find Konohamaru, except he's hanging out with Naruto. So you would have never guessed it. Epsu was coming to get Konohamaru and he was trying to tell him all the stuff that he needs to learn and all the stuff he needs to be a Kage. As he would come closer, Konohamaru goes and does the sexy jutsu. This time, he does it for real. Epsu kept putting down on Naruto, and Naruto just had enough. He does the Shadow Clone Jutsu, and this is where Epsu takes this as a challenge. He's like, hey, I'm not Mizuko Sensei, I got this, and he's gonna go and look for the real Naruto now. Even the Kage knows this shows heat, because he's got front row seats. I don't even know what to say, I put so much faith in this moment, but he just ends up doing a multi-sexy jutsu. Wait, hold up, it's called a harem jutsu? I really can't tell if the Kage is amazed or just a gooner here. Very interesting enough, when Hakamaru is not able to beat his teacher, we get to hear that he just wants to become the Kage and he wants everyone to accept him. I love this part so much. You think it's easy? It's only given to the greatest ninja in the village. Everyone must learn to believe in you. This is where Naruto tells us about his struggle and that someone's learned to accept him already. The music, the sound is just so perfect for this moment. There's no such thing as a shortcut. And with a great finale, you're from now on my rival. A lot of these early on episodes in the series are super slow, but I think that's a good thing because these emotional episodes come off a lot stronger because of that. Now, something I love is Konohamaru. We get to see a character that is very similar to Naruto. Even though he's the polar opposite, he has a grandparent who is a big figure in the village, but he's actually overshadowed. He's just known as the grandson rather than his name, which is pretty ironic. Now, it was really great for them to have some sort of friendship here. Then Naruto, even though we've seen nothing but a stupid kid who causes nothing but trouble, actually do something really nice. It's kind of like a change of pace here, which I love. Like, this is some good stuff, and I am just excited to get into this next episode. If I had to rate this one, I'm gonna say it's not as strong as the number one. It's hard to outdo your number ones. Usually, number twos are gonna be a bit worse, because you're gonna be splurging to get people to want to keep watching. I'm gonna say 8.6 here. I still love this one quite a bit. Tell me what your guys' thoughts are on Naruto Episode 2. I hope you stay safe, and until next time, peace out.